Hook shot.
Just up.
Yeah, very close there, but not going to find its target. Cole's still hanging in the mid lane. Abed goes within the pit. Roche is up. Both teams know it.
One of the next purchases for should probably be a gem. Just because like they seem to, like Complexity always seems to know the movements before Onyx does, so they should feel like they are under vision a lot of the time, which they are. Should probably just pick one up and clear out the vision. Here we go. Complexity. Monkey's just, nope, just soloing that rush.
Yeah, the slow takedown here. Obviously, still keeping tabs with rockets. Boba needs 8 seconds. Abed's rolling in. Do they have a sentry on the ground
They have
anywhere?
gem on
The
Shadow.
gem.
He's not near.
He's not close. He's not close. Abed's walking in. Zeefric will be there to welcome him with the crush. Boba follows up, gets him with the hook shot, bumps him back. Zeefric goes to the high ground. Scoots up and out of trouble. All the rest of Onyx begin to go work. Yeah, while that's happened, Cancels inside the base. He's starting to go to town on the racks here. No one seems to be shuffling back for it at the moment. Everyone seems to have their eyes peeled on this Roche pit. And who's going to grab it? Monkeys is with inside. Pops to borrow time. Who's going to pick it up? The Dire take it. Monkeys picks it up. And that's where chaos breaks out. Mason pops his BKB along with Abed. Abed looking to go for the Requiem. Dishes it out. Can't turn back on for Monkeys. He forces up and over. Looks to go for Melons. He has that gem. It goes down. Demon barely alive, hiding on the outskirts. Ooh, running up and around the corner. He's heading in down deep. Bottom lane, they got that Rax. The other one, just half of its life.
They
Still
got the
standing
melee
here.
Rex and
The Roche.
he's got the Aegis. He didn't get the last. Did he get the? Oh, he even got the last hit.
Yeah.
So he got the bounty and he got the. Yeah, so he's level 20 now.
Worthy
Bad
tribute.
Cooldown reduction.
Ooh, Dire's courier got killed.
Nice play by Abed there. He actually stole the. So when he killed Melons, he stole the gem, and then he was waiting invis for the courier to come try to pick it up, and he kills the courier.
Oh, very well played.
I think the gold probably was about even, but the Rax claim from flexing the bottom lane is definitely an advantage for them, and the Aegis claim. Nice little play there coming up from Cole.
Yeah, this helps them maintain their 10k net worth advantage. They still hold the majority of the map. All towers taken down, now with this Rax taken down in the bottom, but Onyx are not out. Still have some work ahead of him here. Mason trying to build up as fast as he can. It looks like the early lead into a Hurricane Pike is next up for him after already completing out that Scotty.
I mentioned that I wanted Onyx to get a gem soon, and they just killed someone who had it.
I mean, yeah,
That's
now,
convenient, right?
they don't have to buy it. They'll just mug it off some guy. Some poor swindle
Dubu.
kid.
And now Dubu finally has the Blink Dagger, so he has been struggling a bit this game, which I feel like is a bit uncharacteristic for Reserve Spirit.
Yeah.
Now with the Blink, it makes it.
It does. It does. It sucks because you also like want to make those kind of calls that maybe if it sucks that you didn't have farm because the fights didn't go in his favor. Like,
Yeah.
well, the luxury move into a Midas, and then you can at least late game if you get an Ags, you're always relevant, you know. But he'll take the
Not
slow
have
road.
luck of that this game.
He's got the blink now to get in there with the insta stun or grip.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is being
Onyx
chipped away.
approach down through this bottom lane here. What about for Moo? Moo's been kind of a silent killer for Complexity at this point. KB fresh and new, 10 seconds in his pocket now, along with his Hurricane Pack and his Manta. He's got 1,200 gold to save up and decides spending out, which, you know, could forecast possibly like a butterfly or something.
Very long duration BKB is going to be coming out in the next game. 9 second from Mason, 9 second from Abed, and 10 second like you mentioned from Moo.
9 second on cancel.
Okay, and 9 second, yeah, and 9 second on cancel. So
Lots of BKBs.
Monkeys, pretty alone right now.
Bulbo obviously has to be pretty careful with the fights he decides to initiate on here, as he himself also looking to save up for Force Staff. Lots of Force Staffs here. Force Staff gaming all around. Okay, Onyx. Coming back up for the top here. Monkeys, who still continues to hang out alone. And Cancel's going back to doing his split push Queen of Pain here, it appears.
Yeah, he's recovered really well
They're
this
attacking
game.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
5 and 2 and 11 after, you know, like probably one of the hardest lanes possible. I think he's pretty happy with himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks like he'll go for Shivas and Mjolnir all together at the same time. And he'll make that push out happen here. Butterfly is going to be in order for Abed. He's just missing the Eagle Song on this one if he doesn't care about buybacks.
I like this. I was thinking about it. Cancels Shiva and AC build. Onyx's damage is like all physical. They really don't have like any magical. It's like Requiem and some, you know, like Earth Spirit spells and some like Clockwork Rocket and hooks and stuff. But for the most part, it's physical. So if he just like stacks up the armor with this, it's very good for him. His team too. Lotus Orb finished up on the Slardar. Monkeys finished up his Bastion on the Baden. Aether Lens on Shadow Demon, just some luxury items for the supports.
Maybe go time here soon. Polar coming all together towards this top lane. Team that looking to feel more comfortable at taking the fight. Swindle's lost his gem not long ago. Brings forward now a couple of sentries to make sure that they're not being spotted within the high ground, but there was a lane ward just behind them there by Onyx. So this approach obviously is spotted out. Abed.
How to counter the Luna, the illusions, you reflection and make your own copies.
It's pretty clever. I like that.
Yeah, he just completely wiped out that whole push really quickly.
We'll see how long Cole want to slow siege this. They don't really have the easiest way to kind of pick themselves up and jump in there unless both Cancel and Z-Freak want to give the heave-ho. But here's Onyx. Look at this, a flank play. Bulba and Abed, they'll see the rocket over there and then frantically ping it out. Abed shows himself, maybe tried to force himself back to the low ground, but we'll go in for it anyways here. Monkeys pops out the borrowed time. The Eclipse can be committed here from Moo. The rest of the company of Onyx jump right into play. Mason leads in. There's the disruption, and Cancel comes in from behind, knocks him over the huge sonic wave. That's going to be the end of Abed, but there is going to be the Sunder on the Cancel. Swipes back his life, turns towards Monkeys, tries to right-click him down, while we have Bulba up in arms, trying to battle it out with him. Monkeys, man, what a machine, not going down, finally going to get dropped. Now Mason may have to battle it out against himself. These illusions do so much work and tear him down, and everyone else.
Wait till you see the damage from Shadow Demon in this fight. I was looking at the illusions like the entire engagement. They killed Abed. Illusions killed him so fast. Oh, it doesn't. That's not true.
That can't be right. No, it would make sense too because I mean it was a lot of damage there from Cancel with the Sonic Wave, but yeah, you could just see maybe not canceling the or counting the illusions for Swindle's damage himself, but you could just see through your eyeballs, man.
Yeah,
the illusions are doing the work.
It was a good hook by Bulba, but they weren't able to bring down Z-Freak. He got multiple different crushes off in the fight, and yeah, they just were. Even though the BKBs were popped by Onyx, they weren't really able to get the kills, anyone locked down. Like we were talking about, their main concern is lockdown, and Complex is able to just kind of weave in and out of the fight multiple times and use their items more advantageous than Onyx did. But yeah, the illusions, like, Mason's illusion switched on Abed and brought him down insanely fast.
And it's up.
I don't know what kind of answers. They don't have any easy answers to deal with these illusions either. I mean, Earth Spirit's not great for taking him down fast, neither is really Dazzle, Clockwork. So it's just going to have to be, fortunately, a bit of a handicap here for Onyx. They shake off the pain. Bottom racks are already down. They'll lose one from top lane. Clean out some of the wards, get some of that space back, and try to use the space where it's available before Complexity try to come in for another round of play. Abyssal Blade is on the agenda here for Monkeys soon enough. I mean, he was incredibly durable for that fight. Pretty much had Bulba locked down in that one spot, along with Mason too.
Yes, the Baden is working out incredibly well for them.
Soldier's fortune.
It's just so much attention that Onyx don't want to have to give, but are forced to certain moments in these fights.
He does a lot. It's not like he's just like a guy who's just running around and he's like this tanky brawler. No, the shields are very relevant. The heal is too. Then he also does a good chunk of physical damage if he actually locks guts on a target. Not to mention the Heaven's Halberd.
Away from this battle.
Disarm on the ranged, you know, since it's different from ranged, it's 5.5 seconds. The disarm on Abed is actually very relevant. It showed in that last fight. He was disarmed. He popped his BB in the.
Now rushing back to the base to pick up the bottom lane. Or left off, he looks like he's going for a BKB next here. But Onyx just kind of pushing out the lanes and rushing right back here. Complexity though, smoked up in the bottom here, looking to go for a bit of closure. Game number 2. The win here, we'll go to a 3-game stretch of our first best of 3 of the day. It is not elimination matches, there is a lower bracket.
Evangelizing for my cause.
And obviously the winner set to face the winner of our next series of DC versus Team NP. Onyx creep out, seeing the hope if they can catch any stragglers. Monkeys is nearby, probably not the best person they're hoping is kind of just, you know, hanging around, but they instead go for mid lane. That's where the jump comes out. Abed pops his BKB, dishes out some right clicks here for Z-Freak, but Cole will quickly force and step out. Here comes Cancel now. Cole want to try to continue a fight here. Doesn't seem so. Just some shots thrown and a BKB going to be forced here on Onyx's side. That means Roche for Cole. Onyx could head that way like they want to take a fight, but they will not have a BKB on their Shadow Fiend for this, and they're already doing a wealth of damage. It's going to be done. Oh, they tried to hook shot, but the Cobalt creep was there. So I don't know if he just tried to look past that. Whatever the case may be, the fight is already broken out. Cancel's going to lose that Aegis immediately here. Both the Shadow Fiend, Terribly just dishing out the damage from behind, but now those illusions come out. Mason has to go and retreat. Cancel looking to chase. Abed dishing out the Requiem while Mason's under a bit of pressure here. Bulba steps in. He gets the Sunder off. He'll be fine. Metamorphosis to BKB. He's looking to get Complexity off of his behind. They reposition, step back. Monkey's looking to go in on Bulba. Bulba force. Now Melons gets off a new disruption here for Mason. Claims some new Terrorblade. Now the reflection comes out to take those illusions right back and will knock down. But Cancel jumps in, goes for the finish on Abed. They finish each other, and Monkeys continues to chase onto Mason. Demon's following, he helps out, gets him with the Grave, and now the Hurricane Pike, creating a bit more space. But Monkeys, a man on the chase, a man on a mission, gets that kill. A jump in from Bulba. They're trying to get this guy out of their base, but they can't. Ibu steps in, gets off the stun. Can they finally finish him off? He needs about 23 seconds for a new borrowed time, and he's not going to be able to get it. Bubble will finally finish him with a hook shot at the end. But I'm pretty sure Monkeys is satisfied with moving in and getting those finishes. What is the recap? What a ridiculously long fight.
I'm trying to process.
Starts
Look at
with
the damage by the
Complexity.
Abandoned, dude. Look at this though, 6k. Like, he's literally just running people down. So I think the big thing there was that Z-Freak died early, so they lost a lot of potential to get more catch, even though, but they did end up cleaning up the Terrorblade and the SF anyway, just sheer chasing them down. But yeah, definitely another win for Complexity, even though they lost the Aegis and lost their cores. And now continue with the Shadow Demon Luna.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Yay! Shadow Demon Luna down the mid lane. Onyx trying to find a way to respond. Yeah, Bulba's out. He does have a buyback, but real unfortunate to lose it out on that. This is actually the last rack's pretty much here. One more stands and then it's Megas. This is going to be it for Onyx. They have to do something if they want to stay alive in this game. Popping the Shrine and fighting on forward. Brew had his eyes on it and he looks to get the Megas, and he does. And then they quickly turn and force. Complexity want to leave with that, and it looks like they may. Onyx is desperate to try to clinch onto anybody, but it does not look like they're going to be able to get the grab. Cole fight. They fight hard to go to a game 3, and it looks like they may have just earned it. I don't know how long Onyx plan on defending against Megas here. This isn't a lineup made of many Maelstroms or cleaving damage. Gonna have to just give it a good old college try, I suppose, and just rush it towards Complexity. Complexity with 25k in net worth, and now at Megas, know really what they can do to kind of mess this one up. It would be one hell of a throw.
Yeah, it's really tough on for Onyx. They don't even have like anyone who wants to build an MKB. Abed's been wanting to go for one, but they don't. They don't. So now Monkeys is having Halberd. The evasion from that's incredibly good, and Moo is just like unable to really die.
Double damage.
How about we go down mid lane and we see what happens here. Onyx begin their walk, and Monkeys is in the trees. Crosses paths with Bulba. And now Moo rolls in. Abed's gonna have to stay away from Swindles. He's got that gem. There goes the stun. They move it immediately. They like to go for the burst to Swindle, and they will do so. All right, Shadow Demon's out. That means no illusions.
Quite a lot. Lanes
Fine.
are gonna push in though.
Yep.
Yes, Megas.
Cole just, all right, that's fine. We won't fight. We'll just go to the lanes then. We'll go to what works. Moo though wants to fight.
They want to force a fight. Complexity with the lanes pushing in.
And now they break things out. Abed canceled. Not going to be able to get off the Requiem. He gets dropped. They look to Bulba next. And it looks like that's going to be happening here. There's a buyback from Abed, who might be on base duty. Mason in a serious fleet of Terrorblades will be able to get the takedown as Z-Freak, but this is on the back end of Cancel, doing a lot of work. There's Monkey's Abyssal onto Mason here. Jump in from Abed, the scare move back, but look at the work coming out between Cancel and Monkeys. They'll get Mason finished. He does have a buyback, might as well use it, but no, they're not going to. GG, it's over. Complexity, hard, long fight. Their game one draft, a bit peculiar, trying some new things. Game two,
They did it.
oh, a lot more secure, a lot more stable, a lot more complexity.
Much more standard, much more kind of like group up. Z-Freak had a pretty darn good game. He got pretty farmed on the Slaughter. They were just really good at like kind of splitting the map up and not feeling too pressured, even though they had like such a start. Queen of Pain, they just kind of like kept their cool, forced Onyx to take these kind of like not so good fights because they like would expend a lot. They would expend like Clockwork Hook and all of like the Earth Spirits spells to catch like 1 or 2 heroes, and then Complexity would follow up with 4 or 5 heroes afterwards. And Onyx just, it seemed like they lacked the a little bit of the like, disable and lockdown and catch to really keep the fights going at the pace that Complexity was setting the tone. He really struggled.
the battle resumes.